Welcome YouTube, Bobby G here. Well, the other day I added 11 new fish to this display tank. So let's get right into it. Let's talk. I'll start off here with my calico marble convict cichlids. I had previously already had 2 females in this aquarium, and today I'm adding 3 more. In total I have 11 of these, 2 of them being males. It would be a mistake to add a male into the display tank, as it would create a fair amount of aggression. So the females are really cute. They're fun to watch. They don't pose, from what I've experienced, any threat to the other fish. They're a fairly small fish with a stubby kind of body, and therefore they're not very fast. So the worst that they do is they flare their gills, which is really cute to see. And they have little squabbles between each other, but generally it's just flaring of the gills. So I'm happy to have added these new ones. Next we have a white lab. He's been really good, behaving himself, keeping to himself. And we have a rock crebensis. He's definitely helping to get my ruby green fired up. I also added this bicolor 500. While he was in quarantine, he definitely became the tank boss, and he's only about 3.5 inches. And we have a red top Lawanda. This guy was not even colored up at all when I first got him, and so in a matter of 6 weeks he's really showing some promise. I think these can be really stunning fish, so I'm excited to see what comes of him. He's about 4 inches right now. And this is a albino Taiwan reef. He's only about 3 inches right now. He could potentially get some coloration to him, but I think he's pretty cool looking just like he is. So I'm glad to have him also, of course. The majority of these fish all came from the same guy, from the same tank, so they were easy to quarantine. I had them down in the fish room at a 75-gallon, and they all did really well, so that was nice. I do think the tank now is overstocked a bit, but I'm always shuffling fish around, so I will look after that once I decide who goes. And next up we have a yellow blaze Otopharynx lithobate. He's a line bred from Germany. He's about 5.5 inches, which is bigger than the breeder male that I have down in the fish room. This guy's essentially a backup for me. He's not quite as nice because he's got some blue speckling in his blaze, and the definition between the yellow and the blue isn't quite as defined. But I think he's a good addition. Here I have a flavescent. Now this guy was definitely the favorite of the pack of 14 that I had purchased, and he was the tank boss for the most of the time that he was in quarantine. But that bicolor 500 took that position about 3 or 4 days before I moved them upstairs. So this guy's showing a bit of stress, but every day he's looking better since I put him in the display tank, and I think he's going to do just fine. And that brings us to the last, but of course not least, of these new additions, is this intermedius. I love these fish for their iridescent qualities. This guy would be sitting around 4 inches, so I think as he gets larger and obviously more comfortable in the tank, he will color up even more. But he's a pretty sharp looking fish, so I'm obviously glad to have him also. So I'm hoping for the best for all of my fish, for all these additions, that they continue to get along, which they seem to be now. I think these guys have added a bunch of colors that I wanted to introduce into the display, and I think it's coming along nicely. So tell me down in the comments below who your favorite fish is out of these new additions, and also maybe in seeing these fish, you'll have noticed the other fish in the aquarium, and you can let me know which fish or fishes you think could be moved out. Alright, well, thanks for joining me today. You can support my channel by subscribing if you're not already. And don't forget to hit the little bell so that you get notifications when I post new videos. And commenting, liking, disliking, all of that stuff would support my channel. And I greatly appreciate it. So, have a great day.